Homage to the successive ancestors and bodhisattvas. Homage to the great teacher, Eihei Dogen. Homage to the great teacher, Keizan Joking. Homage to our founding teacher, Jukai Dining. May they all be witness. May they all be with us as witnesses. May they all be with us as witnesses. May they all be with us as witnesses. In the midst of the three treasures with all beings, let us together recite the names of Buddhas. These names should be in your programs if you'd like to chant along. Homage to the boundless Dharmakaya Vairocana Buddha, the complete Sambhogakaya Lochana Buddha, the manifest Nirmanakaya Shakyamuni Buddha, the future Maitreya Buddha, all Buddhas, past, present, and future, the 10 directions, the Mahayana Sambhaya Pundarika Sutra, the great Manjushri Bodhisattvas, the great Mahayana Samantrabhadra Bodhisattva, the great compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the many Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, the Mahaprajna Paramita. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. Very important day for 4 of my students. And I want to especially thank the Grand Rapids Buddhist Temple for allowing us this public space. Thank you. I'm now going to present Jordan, Mick, Shenkyu, and Sanshin with these rakusus. A rakusu is a small version of the kesa, what I am wearing here. This is Buddha's robe. It is all sewn by hand, and with each stitch, the preceptor said, "I take refuge in Buddha." It represents rice paddies, and it's what Buddha started wearing when he wanted to separate him from the rest of the religious teachers. The rakusu sewing is not an easy feat for anyone, but all 4 of these students did a lovely job. And for them, and I hope it's for them to wear for years. They put a bit of themselves in each one of these pieces of fabric. And it's a great moment to capture at this point in life. I will also give Jordan and Mick a new name, their Dharma name. As I say your name, please come up and receive your rakusu. Jordan? Jordan, I'm giving you the Dharma name, Sho Mu. Sho means true in an authentic manner. Mu here is a character for vision or dream. I'm giving this your name where you have a true dream to live to. Be well. And as you grow, remember your dream and keep it up and come true. Mick? Mick, I am giving you the name Yu Shin. Yu has a meaning of excellence, but the secondary meaning is gentle. Shin means heart and mind. Live your gentle heart. That's back. Grow and be well. Shin Q. You do not get a new name, but I'm very happy you have grown into your name, Exact Study. As you notice, he has a brown rakusu, where Mick and Jordan had a blue rakusu. Today, I'm entrusting you with the Dharma. You are now a Dharma teacher. Being a teacher is good, bad, and neutral. As all things are good, as all things are bad, and all things are neutral. You have become a good teacher. Your talks are right on mark. Thank you. Being a teacher is bad because suddenly you have the responsibility to share the Dharma, share the true Dharma. Neutral, because in reality, nothing has changed for you. You're still the same Shinkyu you were hours ago, days ago. Be well. Sun Shin. As above, you also don't get a new name. But you have the same responsibility and good, bad, and neutral things of being a teacher. You are also now a Dharma teacher. Carry it well. Your name, Sun Shin. Thinking our existing heart and mind. When I gave it to you, you were a thinking mind. Now you are an existing heart. And I love the way you took your name and grew into existing heart. Exist in your heart as a teacher now. Be well. I would like you all to take the rakusu out and put it on your head. In our tradition, before we put on our rakusu, we put it on top of our heads, our hands in gesho. This keeps you sitting upright because if you slouch, it'll fall off. And we chant the robe verse 3 times. I think that might be in your program. You're welcome to chant it with us. I think in this tradition, you call it the verse of compassion. Great robe of liberation, formless field of merit, wrapping ourselves in Buddha's teaching, we free all beings. Great robe of liberation, formless field of merit, wrapping ourselves in Buddha's teachings, we vow to free all beings. Great robe of liberation, formless field of merit, wrapping ourselves in Buddha's teachings, we carry all beings. Stand and make 3 prostrations. You can sit. At this point of the ceremony, I change my robe from over my left shoulder to over my right shoulder. Opposite, change it from over my right shoulder to over my left shoulder. Never did get that lesson in kindergarten, left and right. The reason I do this is because at this point, I am saying, I am Buddha, because only a Buddha can bestow precepts. So for this part of the ceremony, I become the Buddha to bestow the precepts. The parts in your program, you can follow along. If you want to take refuge in the triple treasure, first you make repentance before the Buddha. The way of repentance has been practiced by the Buddha and ancestors, transmitted until it comes to us. All karmic hindrances have melted away in the power of repentance. Please chant together the repentance verse. All my past and harmful karma, created through greed and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind, I now fully avow. All my past and harmful karma, created through greed, anger, and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind, I now fully avow. All my past and harmful karma, created through greed, anger, and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind, I now fully avow. You have purified your ancient harmful karma. You stand and do 1 prostration. This is our wisdom water. And I'm going to ask that each of our preceptors come up and let me bless them with our water. Jordan? From generation to generation, all Buddhas and ancestors have deeply respected and transmitted the triple treasures, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Please repeat after me. I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Buddha as our teacher.
I take refuge in the Buddha as our teacher.
I take refuge in the Dharma as the teachings.
I take refuge in the Dharma as the teachings.
I take refuge in the Sangha as community life.
I take refuge in the Sangha as a community life.
I completely take refuge in the Buddha.
I completely take refuge in the Buddha.
I completely take refuge in the Dharma.
I completely take refuge in the Dharma.
I completely take refuge in the Sangha.
I completely take refuge in the Sangha.
Thus you have realized the original nature of emancipation. The Supreme Enlightened One is your teacher. From here, henceforth, observe the path of the Buddha. Do not become involved in wrong things. May the Buddha embrace you with their compassion. You have received the triple treasures. Next, you should receive the collective pure precepts. Will you strive to avoid the unwholesome? Will you do no harm?
Yes, I will.
Will you strive to be wholesome? Will you do good?
Yes, I will.
Will you live to benefit all beings?
Yes, I will.
From now on, even after acquiring Buddhahood, will you continuously observe these collective pure precepts?
Yes, I will.
Next, you should receive the 10 grave precepts. Please repeat each after me. If you want to pick up your papers, you can. A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages life and never, through action and inaction, kills or causes harm for other beings.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages life and never, through action or inaction, kills or causes harm to other beings.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates generosity through giving, restraint in consumption, and only takes what is freely given.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates generosity through giving, restraint in consumption, and only takes what is freely given.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages loving relationships and never uses people to meet their own desires.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages loving relationships and never uses people to meet their own desires.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates understanding through communication and does not use speech to withhold, corrupt, or deceive.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates understanding through communication and does not use speech to withhold, corrupt, or deceive.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages clarity through thought and action, and lets go of that which maintains delusion in themselves and others.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages clarity in thought and action, and lets go of that which maintains delusion in themselves and others.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages others through speech, and speaks against that which damages others.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages others through speech, and speaks against that which damages others.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates actions guided by the interdependent nature of all things and dismantles the illusion of hierarchy.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates actions guided by the interdependent nature of all things and dismantles the illusion of hierarchy.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates action guided by non-attachment and does not grasp onto anything, even the teachings.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates actions guided by non-attachment and does not grasp onto anything, including the teachings.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages loving kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, and lets go of that maintains ill will.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates and encourages loving kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, and lets go of that which maintains ill will.
The disciple of the Buddha cultivates their practice and encourages others to practice as they continuously turn to the triple treasures.
A disciple of the Buddha cultivates their practice and encourages others in their practice as they continually turn to the three treasures.
Will you continuously observe these precepts?
Yes, I will.
Will you continuously observe these precepts?
Yes, I will.
Will you continuously observe these precepts?
Yes, I will.
You can do free prostration. This is a part of the program where it says Doshi's remarks. It's like, it's hard because I have my Buddha robe on, not my plain old Shuji robe. So anyway, I hope I can speak as a Buddha with these remarks. Both Sun Shin and Shin Q, you have been with me since the beginning of the Just Sit Zendo. I appreciate all you have brought to us. Sun Shin, I'd like to be able to trust you. I like to be able to trust you to always be there as my Doan. This morning, first thing, he volunteered to be Doan and a preceptor. Shin-Kyu, your talks, as Dogen would say, you're the acupuncturist needles with your talks. The Nebraska Zen Center is very lucky to have you on their guest speaker list. Both of you, keep studying. I trust you with the Dharma. That's what lay entrustment means. It's a big responsibility. So when you want, under my guidance, you can open your own Zendo and have your own students. You're both amazing Zen students. I am so lucky to have you. And Mick and Jordan, sorry to break you into couples, but Nick and Jordan, you both came to me recently. We really haven't had much time because of COVID, and then I left Grand Rapids. And I just think of you as Nick and Jordan. I hope that's okay. You have been through a lot since I've met you, both of you. A lot of changes, a lot of good, bad, and neutral times. I feel like I've watched you step into the grown-up world. I feel like you were students when I met you, and now you're both two grown-ups. I feel like a parent watching you, and I haven't known you that long. My life is so much better because I have met you. Thank you for being my students. I wish you the best of luck with your life. And as always, keep one foot in the Dharma. Our tradition, Soto Zen tradition, we hand down the Dharma teacher to student. We call it heart-to-heart transmission. I am the 83rd generation from Buddha. I can trace my lineage from me, Edo, Shokin, Katagiri, Kai Dai Daisho, all the way up to Buddha. And as part of their precepts, they get to fill out their own papers. Starts with Buddha on the top, all through. So they are now the 84th generation. And on our lineage paper, you go from their name, the bloodline goes back up to the Buddha. It's a beautiful thing. And it's my heart to heart transmission. My heart is giving to their heart. Show Mu, will you please come? Yushin. And you two will do 3 prostrations. After receiving the Buddha's precepts, you are already seated with Buddha and ancestors. You are truly a child of Buddha. In the world of emptiness, may we exist in muddy waters with purity like a lotus. Nothing surpasses the boundless mind. Thus we bow to Buddha.
May this merit extend universally to all, so that we together with all beings realize the Buddha way.